And I'm Babble Incognito.
Welcome to Drawn from a Spinner, where we talk about a topic that has been randomly selected from a spinner while something is being drawn in the background.
Yeah, it's still a working title. What are we drawing today?
I am drawing my role-playing character, Elodie, from one of our D&D games.
Excellent. So, should we just spin the wheel then?
Yes.
All right, let's get into it.
Spin that wheel. Okay, what are we getting today?
Oh, right on the line. Okay, who would win? All right, this one, we're going to have to go to the top of our heads for this one. So you pick someone and I'll pick someone.
Okay, so we're going to take a quick 5-minute break, and then we will come back and have our hero, or what?
Who would win?
Who would win, yes, sorry. And we're back. We have made our selections.
Yeah, we have Voldemort versus Darth Vader. It's a little easy. This one's characters are well known, so we got a lot to work with.
I think Darth Vader would win.
Well, he has force power, but magic. So.
He could choke Voldemort from across the room.
And Voldemort does he even need oxygen? Because he was able to be in that little watery ball for quite a bit. Honestly. And isn't there an oxygen spell? Because they have everything?
Well, Darth Vader could probably break his wand.
You know what? That I will give a point to that.
Yeah.
Because apparently they're chumps without their wand, but only when it matters. So it's okay. But what if he has 2 wands? What if he's got one of those 6-shooter wands where he just pulls another one out?
What if Voldemort had those old cowboy belts where there was bullets and it's just
exactly.
a wand?
Pew, pew, pew. So
could you imagine just him doing the whole holding
so
do it a spin revolver kind of thing? It's pa-choo.
Yes. Remember that scene where Han goes in shooting in Cloud Cities? He's shooting at Darth Vader. It's gonna be something like that where he's like, "Hacha!" Darth Vader takes it, he pulls out another "Hacha!" It's gonna be something like that.
Yeah, and just blast it off like Wonder Woman style.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think it'd be who gets the drop on who first. Is this a fair challenge where they're both knowing they're gonna go into a duel, or is this who would win? Period. Who's scheming the better towards, or do they have time to scheme? Or is one caught unawares? Because I think in a head-to-head, you might be right, Darth Vader gets the edge. Because without a wand, Voldemort is chumped out. However, Voldemort's skill is not just in confrontation, it's in plotting. I think he's a better plotter than Darth Vader.
Yeah, Darth Vader's not really one for his plotting. He doesn't really make the best decisions.
Yeah, he's more of a impulse control kind of just do it because I feel like it kind of guy.
Because the Emperor said to do it, so.
Well, he does it in his own way.
Yeah.
Because he's I must find my son. He literally had an entire movie dedicated to him chasing down his son's friends to do this semi-elaborate trap to pull him away from Yoda. But that wasn't really plotting. That was just,
That just was, we needed the plot to happen.
Yeah, the story had to happen. It was, Episode 2, they're just long TV shows. They're not really movies, they're just long TV shows. So I'd say Voldemort could get the drop on Darth Vader.
Oh yeah, I think you could too.
So I'd say Voldemort gets points for if he is allowed time to defeat Darth Vader laterally, not directly.
I think Voldemort's very good at plotting because he at least set up a plot to bring himself back to life in the 4th movie. Or,
Yeah.
I say life, but in a body.
He had several backup plans.
Yeah.
I want to
He's
do
got
a
backup plans.
quick spin-off though.
Side note.
I would say Darth Vader in a head-to-head would win. However, Voldemort strategically is better. So here's the spin-off. Okay. Voldemort versus the Emperor, because the Emperor has many backup plans also.
Oh, I think the Emperor's so weak though.
Is he?
He's okay. First of all, he's kind of a chump.
He's a chump when his ego gets in the way and he doesn't turn off his blasty powers. Then yes, he has an ego, but so does Voldemort, because Voldemort doesn't turn off his blasty powers either.
Yeah, that's true, but it's just, ugh. I feel like I could just go up to the Emperor and kind of punch him in the face.
Yeah, but you're a normie. So imagine this. Remember Harry Potter and Voldemort cross wands, and they get it all over the place? That's the Emperor and Voldemort. They're just going to be blasting each other, but it's a stalemate.
Maybe I'm just mad from the last Star Wars movie where suddenly the Emperor just came back and was like, oh, it was me all along. And it's like, ugh. Okay. Maybe I'm just mad.
Yeah, that's very much a Voldemort thingy to do too, because Voldemort has 7 backup plans.
Maybe he's just space Voldemort.
Maybe he is. Actually, except from a storytelling perspective, he occurred well before Voldemort. Not just in the story itself in the universe, so if the universe is crossed, because in a galaxy far, far away, long time ago, far, far away, one came out in the 70s and one came out in the 2000s. So, if anything, Voldemort is discount Emperor.
Yeah,
actually magical Emperor.
Yeah, discount magical Emperor.
Yeah. So I would say that is more in tune.
I would say maybe, like, if Voldemort wasn't so obsessed over a teenager, he could get over it, and, like, I think he could plot much better.
Okay, I will give the edge to Voldemort because Voldemort has more tricks naturally up his sleeve. The Emperor needs cronies.
Yeah, the Emperor needs people in order to do stuff. Now, he did need cronies Voldemort needed cronies to do stuff as well, but
Voldemort on his own did quite a bit. Okay. We don't know much about the Emperor's backstory, aside from he was a politician who
CNN.
Yes. We should put a spoiler alert here. If you've been under a rock for the past 20 years, 20, 30 years, so we know the history of the Emperor where he's a politician, blah, blah, blah. We don't know much else about that. Well, I don't, because I don't go into the deep lore. Like, I'm not on Wikipedia all the time trying to knit everything together. I would say...
to remember all of his backstory.
Yeah, Voldemort he was an orphan who worked his way to the top. So he's...
Working up to five.
Yeah, he knows how to stand on his own. We don't know much about the Emperor, though. We know he's always had cronies with him to help do as well. He's more of a puppet master. So I will give another point to Voldemort simply because he can stand on his own. So I concur with you earlier. Like, the Emperor's sort of a chump. Not quite, but yeah, he's on the edge.
Fight, but it's just more or less that I'm like, I'm just remembering the last Jedi one with Luke, and he just was barbecuing him with his electric powers, and he's definitely just watching the guy like, what do I do? What do I do? And I'm like, oh my god, like, come on, fight back. Come on, Luke, do something. And then all, like, Darth Vader did was pick him up and throw him, and it was like, oh, okay. I guess you're not much for a fight, but...
Hey, there's a lesson to be learned in both universes. The power of love conquers the forces of evil. The father sacrificed himself. The mother sacrificed herself to save Harry Potter.
Go parents.
Yes. So the power of love.
Call Darth Vader a very good parent.
No, he was very much not. He was a deadbeat dad. He didn't pay child support.
He didn't even care about his daughter either.
No. Double deadbeat.
Yeah.
So.
Just only cares about making Luke.
Yes.
A Sith Lord.
Yes. Like how they didn't know that she was carrying twins. They had the technology to figure that out, so I don't know how they didn't know she.
No way, we're not going to talk about that right now. That's going to be like another topic of like things that destroy my calm is the prequel Star Wars series.
Oh, the prequels. Here's my theory though. All gender reveal parties were banned, so they weren't allowed to. So that's my theory. They learned their lesson. Too many fires.
Too many explosions.
Yeah.
Too many pod racing crashes.
Insurance companies banned gender reveal parties.
Okay, so we're both in agreement that Voldemort would win. So because I feel like we've kind of just made the decision we're going to do two more of like who would win, I'm going to give some love to my boy Will from Baldur's Gate because I don't think that boy gets enough love.
And I'm going to pick the Dread Pirate Roberts from The Princess Bride, and this is a no magic fencing battle. So we're gonna see who's the better fencer. Go ahead and go.
I think Will would.
So the Dread Pirate Roberts, literally this is Wes in disguise. He's trained every day to get back to the love of his life, and the theme is true love conquers all.
You know, the only reason why he wins is because of that, only because they want him to win. Okay, first of all, like
So-
don't get me started on like how much Princess Bride is just basically just like him walking through it, all his problems with zero like much problem or much like challenge that he has to go through.
Hey,
it's just a
not
silly
your
little like we moved from one thing to the next.
Well, so's Will, moving from one act to
Yeah,
the
but
next.
Will has daddy issues that I just want to take care of. Okay.
Okay, so what does it tell about you? Like, I'm about true love then. This is more about you. Do you have daddy issues? It's like, this is a safe space. Do you want to talk about it?
I mean, maybe I do since I love Astarion and Raphael a bit too much.
Yeah, she's collected nearly everyone in Baldur's Gate. But moving on from there, back on topic.
But I'm just saying that, you can either romance Will or you can be his friend, and I chose to be his friend in the first game that we played. So I get both either the power of friendship and the power of love. So
Okay, so if we remove the power of friendship and the power of love, and go
because
with
I'm
your
right,
skill.
because I'm right.
No,
Will would win.
not because you're right, because you've pretty much dictated we're not allowed to do the power of love inside this battle. So it's like, fine, now it's off pure fencing skill. Okay? Well, I give Will credit that he has, since the, wee ages of a little child, studied fencing.
Under the best people.
Under the best people, he's been multi-class, so he had to learn politics, nobility, all these other things. Whereas Wes, fighting for his life, had to become the Dread Pirate Roberts and mastered the entire art within a couple of years. So he has natural talent and he put the work in. So Will has just taken it for granted growing up. Like, he's doing it because he has to.
He's just a sad boy going through life.
Technically, yes. He's just trying to get the approval of his father. That's Will over there. Wes, however, definitely has natural talent, put the work in, and he bested one of the other best fencers in the world. So we already have precedence of him being able to defeat someone in just pure fencing skill alone.
I mean, fair.
Yeah.
Fair. He is really good at fencing. I'll give him that.
Yeah. Now, if we toss magic in, of course, Will wins.
Oh, yeah.
Eldritch Blast. Like, duh. Well, that's why we had to remove magic.
Maybe. Oh, no, it wouldn't work because he really loves Princess Buttercup. I was going to say we could throw Mizora in front of him and see what would happen, but she'd just be like, I didn't break a nail.
No, Wes wouldn't do that.
Yeah, because I'm like, you couldn't even like have her try to seduce him because that wouldn't work.
So what would end up happening is, okay, well,
But, okay. Here's my idea of what I think would win. They're so nice to each other.
they would just go for
yeah,
drinks later.
yeah, so I think they would just like start talking about why they're doing the things that they're doing.
Yeah.
And then be like, wait, why are we fighting in the end? And then they just stop and then they would like...
Oh.
Or it would be friendly.
It would have to be do mock battle, because if we're going off the Princess Bride, we're going off Baldur's Gate. In the Princess Bride, he's literally bantering.
Yeah.
The entire time while he's fighting.
And Will talks a lot.
Yeah, so they're gonna come to some sort of conclusion like, did we just become best friends?
Yes!
And that's what's gonna happen. So it's gonna be a stalemate. Sorry, there is no better. Like, one clearly has better skills, but they're both mature enough to go, why are we fighting?
Yeah, why are we fighting?
And it's like, want to go for a drink? Yeah, let's go.
Oh my god, they would be like the cutest best friends in the whole wide world.
Yeah, and then, you know what? After they rescue Princess Buttercup.
Yeah, they go rescue her together.
Yeah, and they would go, all right, let's go save your father.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to be that. Now we're in fan fiction world. We're in fan fiction territory. So who would win? Both would win because the power of friendship and love
Oh my god,
wins
no!
every
Damn
time.
it.
So they both win in this case. They're both the best fighter
We
because
went
they
full
both
circle.
figure out that they are better off together as compatriots fighting a just cause. And that's the difference between an evil base and a good base. The good base, power of friendship, man.
Yeah, the power of friendship. And then they go fight Voldemort and Darth Vader.
Well, let's see. Let's
Okay,
tag team.
yeah,
let's
tag
team them
team.
up.
I think that would be the coolest coolest fight to watch both Wes and Will fight Darth Vader in a sword battle. That would be so flippin' cool.
Okay.
Now let's say they both get lightsabers because it.
Yeah, you have to do lightsabers.
Yeah.
So here's what we know. We have to equip them up. So they have to be equipped now. Because you'd obviously have Will versus Voldemort, because you have to have magic versus magic. Then you would have to have Wes versus the Emperor. And Wes must have a lightsaber, because that's the only thing that he could use to defend against the Force power.
Yeah. I just think that would be so cool, like, those two surrounded by the Emperor and Voldemort, but then, pew pew for Will, like, Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast.
And I think Will would definitely win against Voldemort, because obviously, like, he doesn't need a wand to do it.
Yeah. I suspect Wes would actually be mortally wounded in that battle.
You're killing off a main character?
Here's what I suspect. Here's what's going to happen. Because the Emperor, he's going to be able to stalemate the Emperor. Because he'll be able to block. And the Emperor, he'll just be dodging the entire time. He's not going to engage in a fight because Wes is the best fencer, which we established. So Wes is going to be able to outmaneuver and outfence the Emperor. However, Voldemort fights dirty.
Yeah.
He's going to be distracting Wes with a certain spell and then flinging glass shards towards Wes while Wes is distracted.
You mean Will?
So Voldemort is going to be distracting Will.
Okay, because I was like, wait, you
That's
said
what
Wes?
I meant to say. Will, and then throwing glass shards against Wes. So, Dread Pirate Roberts.
Yeah, like how we did that one fight when they were fighting in the Ministry of Magic.
Correct.
And the glass shatter. Yeah.
So because there's two of them, so I think Wes will defeat the Emperor. However, he's going to be mortally wounded because of collateral. Voldemort he's fighting dirty. So Will defeat Voldemort is my opinion. Because you're right, he doesn't need a wand. Will can just chump out. Well, he's not going to chump out Voldemort. Voldemort's going to be able to hold his own.
Yeah, he'll be able to hold his own against the magic, but I think Will could easily just, like, he has a certain amount of spells that he can do, but he can also fight with his hands. And, like, stabby.
Yeah. So, as long as they're equipped properly, Will probably survive, Voldemort will lose. Wes, however, is going to need a Viking funeral at the end, because I think he's going to die.
I can't believe you killed off a main character.
It's not me, it's just Voldemort fights dirty. See, that's how it is.
Could you imagine for Will being like, Wes, no! My brother-in-law, no!
Yes.
Oh,
Oscar
I'm
level.
already sad for Will.
This is a crossover universe we need to see.
That would be so cool. That would be a really good series. It'd be a good TV series. Not a movie, it'd be a really good TV series. Because season 1 is all about, like, them fighting each other.
Yeah.
Or, like, Will and Wes fighting each other, and then they learn the power of friendship, and then suddenly a spaceship, and then a noseless man appear, and it's like, what?
Hey, the Disney needs ideas. They've got owned 2 of those IP.
Call me up, Disney.
Yeah.
We're really good at this.
Actually, do they own Princess Bride?
I think they do.
I don't know.
Hang on. We're gonna do a quick research.
Yeah, if they own it, they own half of it.
Oh, it is Disney.
Okay, so they own half the IP. Now, there's no way Warner Brothers is going to release the Voldemort IP, but...
That's their bread and butter. That's the only thing that's getting them money right now.
Yeah, that's true. And then, you know what? Baldur's Gate is owned by Wizards. Wizards are probably up for a Disney collab. So...
I mean, they're trying to make a... Last time I heard, they're trying to make a show about it, or like a movie. I think they're trying to make a show, and it's like, please don't. And they're trying to make a Baldur's Gate sequel. And I'm like, because Larian Studios is like, now peace. That's not going to be a good
Larian's
one.
out. It's not going to be as good. They need the same writers and the same dedication to pull that off.
They're not good. Do you think the Wizards of the Coast could do that? No.
No, that's why they outsource.
Yeah.
They don't create new ideas on their own.
Sorry, not sorry, Wizards of the Coast. I watch and read the news.
Well, yeah, and we've seen earlier attempts at Dungeons and Dragons stuff that doesn't take off. But that's beside the point.
So yes, TV series with Will and Wes. It's going to be so great.
So we'll need a discount Voldemort until the Warner Brothers rights clear. And then they got to get a collab with Wizards of the Coast to get all that. So yes, I can be a
And
producer.
Disney,
Yeah, I can do a producer.
I want to be executive producer just to feel cool about myself.
Oh yeah, you want a bigger title?
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
all
You
you're
just
after.
put executive producer in front of it, and you just win.
Yeah, you just collect the paychecks.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
show up every now and then at the meeting and just throw in an idea.
Or I might just like be the artist that draws it, but then they go like, okay, well that was great, we got your art, and now project is over. Bye, everyone.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Well, so we know they have to rescue 2 people. So that we got to develop the plot just a pinch.
Yeah.
Pitch it. So they're rescuing 2 people. The baddies, except there's a MacGuffin. What's the MacGuffin? So we need a trope. They're after something. They're after something that's going to take down a space shield. Yeah, that's it. So their planet is being protected by a space shield, but the baddies who kidnapped the 2 people that need to be rescued are holding them hostage with a MacGuffin. So somewhere near the end,
They need the crown.
the crown that destroys the shield.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. We got the MacGuffin. It's
Yeah.
a crown that's putting shield around the planet.
It's the crown. It's the Oh man, I never remember that stupid crown's name.
Well, it can't be that
Oh,
because
yeah.
that's
we have discount crown.
yeah, discount crown. It's a MacGuffin. Just
Yeah.
call it MacGuffin. Yeah.
It's called an egg McMuffin. Steve.
An egg McMuffin
Yeah.
for $2.99. No, it's on the dollar menu actually.
Oh,
So,
there's no such thing as a dollar menu anymore at McDonald's. You know that.
the $2 menu. It's no
Yeah.
longer the dollar store. It's the $2 store. Okay, so we do that. Oh, we need a comic relief, and we need some sort of boss. Not the end boss, but a mid-level boss.
It's called Raphael.
Raphael? No, he's your boss. And you would surrender 2 seconds in. It's like, oh, yes, I want to sit on your lap, my new Santa Claus. That's like, and Raphael is,
Out.
no, peace
Peace.
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't want to throw a dragon in. You don't want that. But you need some sort of mid-level boss. But who's the comic relief, though? Let's start with that.
Gale.
Gale.
I just am mean to Gale,
But
but he's not that funny.
Nah.
I just would put him in funny situations and then just get his reaction, like with the spider.
Gale. He's too intellectual. You can't have him be the comic relief.
Well, maybe, I don't know, because I can't think of any of the main NPCs being the...
So are we only pulling from those universes, or are we allowed to pull from another universe?
I don't know, if we want to go, full on. I don't know.
So if we're only pulling from those universes, Princess Bride, the entire cast was pretty much the comic relief, to be honest. They all had clever lines. Same thing with Baldur's Gate. There was no true comic relief in there. They all
Oh, no,
have...
Volo could be the comic relief.
Volo, yeah, okay, we'll put him as a candidate.
Yeah. He would just make a good one, because I would just love to see the dumb situations he puts himself in. Come on, it's funny.
Star Wars had explicit comic reliefs, but I don't want to use any of them.
No one wants to be named as C-3PO anymore.
Yeah, but he's granddaddy now. He's old. You don't make fun of grandpa.
Yeah.
No, I think we have to pull him in from another universe. If we're gonna mix 4 universes together, we might as well pull the comic relief from another universe.
We could just make it wrong.
Ron?
Yeah.
No. I'm not pulling Ron. Ron served his time. He doesn't need to...
Yeah, he's already been through enough
Yeah.
stupid comic relief.
The-
Let's give him a break.
We should have a category where it's like, how much therapy do they need? It's like, we need one of those. And Ron needs a lot of therapy. You think Harry Potter needs a lot of therapy? No, the whole cast needs a lot of therapy. I don't know. No matter what we do, it either needs to be cast by Ryan Gosling or I forgot his name. The other Ryan. Deadpool. Why am I forgetting
Ryan
his name?
Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds. So one of the Ryans.
Oh, yeah, okay. Sold.
So
Deadpool.
yeah,
Deadpool comic relief.
well, he could be or Ryan Gosling. Both are very good as comic reliefs. I'll take either one. One of the Ryans. There's another Ryan, but who has been a comic relief. So any of the Ryans, any of the mainstream Ryans, I'll take as the comic relief, just as an actor because
Yeah.
they can deliver it.
Yeah, they could. It'd be a good comic relief, not just like, aha, slap humor, they ran into a wall, and it's like, oh, how is this funny?
Yeah.
How is this funny? Whatever.
So here's actually, I'm going to create a new... Okay, here's my time to put in my preference for the mid-level boss. I want the mid-level boss not to die. That's number one. Number two, they're an extremely strong, empowered female who has been tricked into becoming the mid-level boss.
I like that. I like that.
So I think she would provide a good foil to Will and Wes. And she can come back later. I don't want to kill her off.
No, she'll come back later.
Yeah, she needs to come back later.
That's season 2.
Season 2. Where she's like, okay, I got tricked. That's on me. But I'm still doing what I do because I'm great at doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I want. All right, I think we got a show.
We got a show.
We can pitch it.
Boom. Boom, baby. We got it. What is the title of our show, though?
Oh. The first thing that came to mind, it was like, it's my new best friend. Like just some really random
I was
thing.
gonna go with something like really British, and it's like, I can't think of like the first word for it, but the second word would be gentleman. So, cause like, I wanted to say like the sword gentleman, but I feel like that's a little lame.
So here's what you do. If it's British, it's got to be something like the gentleman's toast or something. And you're looking for it, like us Americans are like, hey, come on, roll credits, come on, we want to see you say the name of the title, and you never say the name of the title.
Yeah.
Until the very end of the season where they toast at the end. It's like, yes, good job, sir. It's like, yes, indubitably, good job. So it's gonna be something like that. So the gentleman's toast.
Okay, there we go. We got that.
Yeah.
We got it. The gentleman's toast.
Okay, I think we're good. We'll have to take it to the BBC because there's no American company that'll touch it until it's successful.
Those good. What is this?
Yes, it's like, I don't get the humor. It's like, yeah, you're American.
Yeah. You're American? It's like, well, you're American. I know that, but I can still point it out.
Yes. All right.
We got our show.
All right. We got our show. Let's pitch it. BBC. Fly to
There we
London
go.
tomorrow.
Yeah. See those punk sheep?
Exactly.
Well, it looks like we made it to the end of this drawing, so that means we're out of time. If you like what you saw today, beat that like button, loop that subscribe button as well, and blurb in the comments below. This has been Drawn from a Spinner with Katie.
And Babble and I.
Thanks for watching.